Cayden, obviously there's a lot to make up about this season on a personal level. Obviously didn't end like everyone wanted, but do you have your ideas at the right place right now of what happened and what can you tell us about how it finished?
Yeah, it's a tough ending. You never want to go out without winning, but we can be really proud of what we accomplished this year. But we got to give it to them. They're a great team. There's only one winner at the end of the day, so there's a lot of unhappy teams, and it takes a lot to get to where we did get to. So we can be proud of that for sure.
Jennifer? On the personal note, it's been a roller coaster type of year for you. Can you walk us through every challenges you've been through in the last few months?
Yeah, I mean, if I was to say I was the first person to be sent down, I'd be lying. So, just when I got that kind of news, just wanted to be a good teammate and, come down, have a good attitude and go from there. And, the guys here really supported me and everything. And, we have such a special group here. From the staff to the players, it's no coincidence that we made it so far and did some amazing things. So it was definitely a mental battle, but really, really proud of the team and myself.
You had such a great season here after being sent down. How can you explain games 2 and 3 of the series?
Yeah, I think to start, it's not an easy league. It's a grind, and so all year it had been that, and going into this series, it was an emotional series before going to Game 5 against a big team as well, and yeah, I think a lot of guys gave everything they had into that series and into that Game 5. And so I don't think we were used to the short time span in between series. I don't think I'm speaking about personally now. I handled it well in terms of trying to get ready to go for that series. It was, like I said, we gave a lot in that Game 5, and so going into this series and falling down early, a minute or 2 minutes into the game, we have been chasing the series from the get-go. So I think that was the biggest thing.
I know it's very hard for any player to speculate about his future, but can you believe that a change of scenery would best benefit you at this stage in your career now with Fowler here as well?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, the season just ended, so haven't really looked too much into it, but I'm not the one that makes those decisions right now. Montreal has my rights, and I'm not the sole person that makes the
on the same theme, it's really straightforward. Do you see yourself having a release organization, knowing all that happened in the last year?
Again, I don't make those decisions. I mean, my management and my agent will, be dealing with that probably within the month. So, yeah, right now I'm just trying to reflect on what we did and go from there.
What was your level of frustration with the way you were treated, being sent down, not receiving much help in Montreal at the beginning of the season, not being called up even though you could have the opportunity? How do you manage your expectation and frustration throughout this process?
Yeah, I mean, to say I was playing, my best hockey, I'd be lying. So wasn't my best hockey, but also the team at the beginning of the year, I think everyone knows it wasn't the team that was playing in the playoffs. But yeah, no, I mean, when coming to Laval, like I've said it all year, you don't have many bad days, so you know, you want to be in the NHL, but when you're in Laval, it's also a great opportunity, and we have like a great team and great staff, so you know, it's always fun to be here.
After Fort Dane and Charlotte, you were one of the first guys to talk to the follower after the game, after that weird goal that he allowed, and I'm not even sure he's really responsible about what happened, but can you take us through what was in your mind at that time, talking to him, to comfort him a little bit, and the relationship that you had with the kid joining the team later, and eventually got his fair share of work in front of the net?
Yeah, I mean, he's a competitor, and so I know in the short amount of time that we've been together, I know how he operates, and I just wanted to make sure that he knew that it wasn't his fault, and that he should still be proud of, you know, what he accomplished in such a short amount of time. His future's so bright. You know, it's not easy to come in late to a team, let alone from college, step into an environment and a team like this. So kudos to him, but yeah, I just want to make sure that he, you know, it's a game of mistakes, things happen, but it's you know, not on him, and he should have been proud of the way he played and how he handled the whole situation.
If I might add, were you surprised a little bit about the rotation that were going on into the playoffs? Because it was a bit unexpected getting you called up just before the run. And when you came back, you didn't have the net, they sent you there, and then Fowler took the net afterwards. So was it a surprise, and how did you handle it, the conversation with the organization?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously wasn't easy. You know, I think, like I just said, being a competitor, you want to play, but especially in the playoffs, that's you know, that's your go-to. But you know, can't really change, or no one could have predicted or made happen what happened. So yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely a mental struggle watching game 2 from my couch, but yeah, I mean, like I said, throughout the playoffs, there's no time to be selfish. Obviously, you want to play, but as a team, we have bigger goals than you know, ourselves.
Last questions for Benedict.
When things were going well for you this season, which they did most of the time, Pascal would always say, he's an NHL goalie. How much will that galvanize you this summer?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not an easy league, and yes, we had a great team, but I can also you know, be proud of what we accomplished to get to where we did, and in the regular season as well. So yeah, it's a big summer for sure. I'm excited.
Last question.
Cayden, when you're gonna start the next training camp, no matter which team you will be on, do you think you will find all the answers that will give you the consistency that you will need in the NHL?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is mental now, and you know, just with how everything has gone in different situations, you know, built mental fortitude, and just trying to do that every day.
Thanks.
Thank you.